Hey guys, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here doing another Innistrad block draft. We open and pretty much unusable rare, and another rare that I think I played it once before. Yeah, I played it once before, but it never I never got a chance to do anything with it. I think it's actually okay. Fires of Undeath is very good. Stromkirk Captain is Lord I haven't gotten a chance to play with yet, so I guess I wouldn't mind jumping on that bandwagon, but I think we're just going to go with the Fires of Undeath, which, although both red and black, is just an awesome card in Limited, a really, really awesome card. So, can't pass up the removal for a sweet creature. I don't think that's the best idea. Not in N8-4, so we're going to go for the good piece of removal here. Hopefully follow it up with something sweet. And we did. So the choices here are now Wake Dancer, Farbog Boneflinger, Nearheath Stalker, all of which are good. I actually like Nearheath Stalker a lot. Farbog Boneflinger, though, is built in 2-for-1. These are actually close, I think. I really like this card a lot. This card has just come into play like as being powerful quite frequently, and especially with that Stromkirk Captain, he's just pretty much nuts. I kind of feel like I want the creature plus removal, although it's only a 2/2. I like the value of it, but I mean this has value too, so I need to be thinking about this card. This is 2-for-1 though. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for the removal. I mean, that is a very debatable pick, so if you disagreed with me there, I totally understand. I was very close to picking the Nearheath Stalker over this card. Here it's pretty clear we're just going to take the Tragic Slip, get another nice piece of removal here. Tower Geist is very good in this pack. Very, very strong card. Gather the Townsfolk is sweet. This card's good. So, a couple good white picks. Definitely a good blue pick. Faithless Looting is, I hear, not so good in Limited. I can see why. It's mostly just, pure filter card. I think it's actually probably fine in draft, in the right build. We're going to pick Tragic Slip, just get another sweet piece of removal. So, it looks like we're doing pretty much just strictly red-black aggro here. And, on that note, we're going to be picking the Stromkirk Captain. So now I kind of wish I had picked the Nearheath Stalker over the Farbog Boneflinger, but who knows? Maybe we'll get another opportunity. Well, Highborn Ghoul is very good, but I think Blood Feud is going to be our pick. It's another sick piece of removal, and effectively can just kill two of their guys out of nowhere, two of their strongest guys out of nowhere. So I really like Blood Feud a lot. I think it's the strongest pick here. We're definitely on the fast track of being red-black aggro here, which I like. Here I'm actually fine with picking Ravenous Demon. A 5-mana 4/4 in black is never bad, and there's always a chance that you can activate its ability and get in for one turn, which might be all that you need. But like the thing with this card is you don't have to sack a human. You don't have to transform him. A 5-mana 4/4 in black is really not that bad. So. I want to pick it. I think I'm going to pick it over the Deadly Allure. I think this card should really only be played if you can flash it back. Grave Purge is okay, it's just not super exciting. So I'll go with Ravenous Demon. I don't have a problem with that. Not great. It's like a neutered Morkrut Banshee, but it's fine. Harrowing Journey is good, but we're not going to pass up this opportunity to grab this guy. I love this guy, so I'm happy to get one here. Well, we've already got the Captain and now a Stalker, so could get the Chosen, but I think this guy's more along our lines, more for red-black aggro. I've seen him do some crazy stuff before, so I really like him when you've played your Captain and then you play him and he's a 3/2 first strike to start. 3/2 first strike haste. So he's really cool. I think I like him more than the Chosen. I mean, less color committing, I guess, but let's just get a guy that's immediately a vampire. I think that's better. So here's our opener pack. No more Stalker in here. I mean, that's to be expected, I suppose. I don't think it's very likely that we're going to play Sightless Ghoul. I mean, I suppose it's possible. How annoying is Bone to Ash against us? I think it's too early to start hating cards, so I should probably just take the Sightless Ghoul, but I'm really not excited about having to play that card if I have to. Gruesome Discovery is not great, but I guess potential sideboard card, maybe. Okay. At this point, I think I'm just going to take the Fingraph over the Sightless Ghoul. I just really don't want to play that Sightless Ghoul. And Fingraph, I might actually play. I think this card is a little bit underrated, undervalued. A land that turns into like a Gravedigger style effect, or I should say Ghoul Raiser style effect, since it's random. Sightless Ghouls for days. Yeah, I'll take another one. Ideally, we will not be playing these because they are not very good. 4 mana 2/2s that can't block. Doesn't matter if they have Undying or not. That's just not very good. We're looking pretty good right now, I would say. We have a ton of removal already, just from pack 1. Our creatures, you know, suboptimal, but like still pretty good. I mean, we got the Captain, the Ripper. Those are both highly playable, I would say. Well, Captain more so. I guess we'll take the Shriek guys. Captain more so than the Ripper, and then the Stalker is definitely a highly playable guy. Ravenous Demon, I mean, I'll play him if I have to. Once again, 5 mana, 4/4s in black. It's not bad. And then we've got the Bone Flinger, which is another removal. Kind of, I think I'd rather it be a Stalker in retrospect now that I ended up with a Captain. Blood Feud is a really cool piece of removal, so we're looking good on the removal front. It'd be nice to get a Super Bomb creature, and then that would really tie this entire deck together. Maybe a Bloodline Keeper, who knows? Or how about Olivia? Okay. I think I can be happy with this. We're going to pick up the Croon Outlaw, which is just a, you know, it's along the lines of what we were looking for. It's a sweet finisher. So, although not a vampire, it's just a really strong card. So, I'm going to take that over the Rage Thrower. We can hope to wield a Rage Thrower. I think there's a pretty good chance that we do. There's a lot of highly good, or high picks in this pack. So, we're going to pick Croon Outlaw. And we're definitely red-black aggro, which, not the best archetype, but definitely an acceptable one. And then we get past a pack that's got, like, nothing for us, huh? It's pretty surprising. One-Eyed Scarecrow, but, I mean, I guess I'd play that in sideboard. This card could wreck us pretty easily. Moment would pretty much just end us. We're not even like super tempo though. We might just be big red black. I don't know. Not getting a second pick, a playable second pick, is really strange. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe the Scarecrow for sideboard. Yeah, I guess. I mean, otherwise I was gonna be hating a Moment of Heroism, and I don't want to hate already. That is not a good idea. Okay, so pretty lackluster picks all around here too. We've got the Clutches, a Corpse, Disciple, Corpse Lunge. None of these are very exciting. I think we're going to take the Clutches because it works best with like Outlaw if he needs to get through, or the Ripper if he needs to get through. Plus we could probably pick up some more Vamps that just get better when they get through. I'm not going to high pick Blood Crazed Neonate, but I'll pick it if I have to. It's Walking Corpse or Nightbird's Clutches, I think. I don't even really like Corpse Lunge that much. Not with the good removal we already have. I think we're going to pick a Clutches here. So hopefully we can get some good creatures. It's not great. Village Ironsmith, Village Cannibals, or Sulphur Falls to allow for a splash, maybe. I actually kind of need a Sulphur Falls, too. That's the funny thing. I don't think I'm going to regret passing a Village Ironsmith or a Village Cannibal, so I actually am going to take this Sulphur Falls here, and that'll actually open me up for if I see a bomb blue card I'd want to take. Alright, finally we get some great picks here, so we were waiting on this. I'm really surprised it took this long to find a good pick out of this pack. I forget, what did we... Oh, I guess we opened a good pick, so I can't complain too much. We're going to take the Cultist here, which is just an amazing card. It actually probably makes the Sightless Ghouls a little more playable, too. Hope to wield a Traitor's Blood, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Taking the Cultist. Alright. Wow, this is actually interesting. Night Revelers, which is pretty good for our deck, but Desperate Ravings, now that we have the Sulphur Falls, might actually be playable. I'm not sure, because you don't have to flash it back, but if you do, then I've got the Sulphur Falls to do it. It doesn't have to crash my mana base. I mean, I'm not super excited about Night Revelers. Let's just take a Desperate Ravings. Let's do something interesting. I don't think this card's bad, and we got past another Night Revelers anyway. Do I like Night Revelers more than Scourge of Gyre Reach? I think I do, just because we're already vampire themed. We have stuff to support vamps, and we could get more. So, still not impressed with Corpse Lunge. I think we're just going to take the Night Revelers. So we need some early creatures to really tie this deck together. Spectral Flight is actually interesting with the Sulphur Falls as well. Do I want another 4-drop creature though? Possibly. I kind of like Spectral Flight. It can blow people out pretty easily, but would I rather do that than Fury of the Bitten? This is like directly on color. This is super splash color. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just take the Pariah at that point then. Alright, well, we got the Rage Thrower, so that's good. We'll take that. It's always an awesome finisher. Really good with Cultists, too. Suppose we'll take a Manor Skeleton over the Curse. We need some cheap creatures here. I mean, I guess we're sort of getting cheap creatures, but we are not very tempo. Yeah, we're going to take the Fear of the Bitten. We're probably going to have to play it, too. Well, this pack didn't pan out as well as I would have liked it to. We ended up getting a Croon Outlaw, a Cultist, and a Rage Thrower out of it as the real playables, and then like Tormented Pariah is something that we're probably going to end up playing. Hopefully we don't have to play the Disciple and the Manor Skeleton. I think we're pretty highly picking Ashmouth Hounds and Reckless Waifs and stuff like that now. Guess we'll take this. I guess Inquisitor's Flail is actually pretty good on Stromkirk Captain or any of the other vamps you have out when you have Stromkirk Captain. Pretty good on Croon Outlaw too, I should say. Double Strike with... wow. Double Strike with double damage? You could see that killing somebody pretty fast. Second to last pick, Dissipate? Wow. I thought the card was a little more playable than that. Alright, so last pack, hoping to get better creatures. We need to upgrade. Alright. Interloper's good, but I'm not going to take that over Manor Gargoyle. Awesome card here. So this is more tempo, and I would like to have it, but Manor Gargoyle is so strong. I'm not gonna pass it. We need another. We can always use another finisher like that. I know it's another 5-drop, so it's not very tempo. And the Interloper would have been more tempo, but Manor Gargoyle wins games. Okay, so we got a pretty good pick here. Well, I mean, I guess there are some options. Could argue Torch, but I think we want Patrician since it's Vamp and high power is good. I'd still like to make this Tempo. I don't know how likely it's going to be, but I mean, a Rage Thrower is fine too, but I think we're at this point, Rage Thrower is not worth picking another 6-drop. Traitor's Blood is good with the Cultist especially. I don't think we have any other oh, well, we've got the Disciple as a sack outlet too. But I think we want better creatures, and I think I like the Patrician more than the Wolf just because it's a Vamp. Yeah, so I guess we'll go with the Patrician here. Trying to up our creature count and just get better all around creatures. Alright. Really not much for us here. So I could go for an Aura, I could go for another Nightbird's Clutches, Pitchfork, Splash from Makeshift Mauler. It's not great. It's not horrible either. I really don't want to play 2 Nightbird's Clutches. I know that. We already have well, I mean, we already have enough playables here, but I'd like to replace these Sightless Ghouls. I think I'm going to pick the Makeshift Mauler here. I know it seems a little sketchy since we only have the Sulphur Falls to fix, but there's just nothing else really in here that I care about. So Makeshift Mauler would be highly playable for our opponent, and there's a chance that I can make it work in this deck. Not super likely, I'll grant you that, but possible. Alright, Diagraph Ghoul's awesome, so I'm really happy we're going to be getting that here. Altar's Reap would also be good for this deck, but we're picking Diagraph Ghoul. We needed that really bad. Get some more tempo. We're taking Deadweight for sure here. Just get some more solid removal. So our creature base still sort of sucks, but not much we can do about it. Yeah, I guess we'll take another Pariah. I'd rather play the Pariahs over the Sightless Ghouls. Just a ton of pretty much unplayables. Ghoul Caller's Chant to what? Bring back Croon Outlaw maybe, or Diagraph Ghoul plus a, I don't know, Farbog Boneflinger maybe. Guess that's not horrible. I don't really care about Wooden Stake. Yeah, I guess I'll take Ghoul Caller's Chant. Another Makeshift Mauler, another Night Revelers, a Night Terrors, a Stromkirk Patrol, Scab Goliath. I do not know. I don't think I want another blue card. I don't even think I'm going to make the first one work. Let's just take a Night Terrors for sideboard. Really didn't want to have to play Neonate, but unfortunately, I think we're going there. Alright, well, we wield a Traitor's Blood, so that's pretty awesome, because we're absolutely playing that. This card just wins games. I've always been surprised how late it goes in drafts in a bomb-heavy format like this. And actually, this is a sack outlet too, isn't it? Well, for humans, so that'd be sweet if I could be like Traitor's Blood, swing, sack it, transform. But then I better have some other humans. No, you never want to transform this one. It's always a trap transforming this. This is to be played strictly as a 5-mana 4/4, so it might not even make the deck. We'll take this for sideboard. That was a late Unruly Mob. So we ended up with a deck that's creature base is pretty lousy, but has an awesome removal suit. So we'll take this for sideboard. Random land hate. I've been blown out by this before. Sideboard for Butcher's Cleaver. Probably going to need it because we passed a Cleaver. So how do I feel about this deck? I feel okay. It's a deck that could get there. Like, we're probably going to have to play Fury of the Bitten just because our creature base is so bad. It's nice to have an additional thing to do with Neonate when they play a blocker. Alright, so let me build a deck quick. Okay, so this is, I think, what I'm going to be running. I last minute cut the Fury of the Bit and decided not to go that route. I opted for the Nightbird's Clutches instead. I am going to play Ravenous Demon. The way I figure it is, it's a 5-mana 4/4, and then if there's ever an opportunity, like if I have a Disciple out or my Croon Outlaw is faced this way, it could just be a lethal attack. So I'm going to play it as like a 5-mana 4/4, and then if they're at like 9 or less life, and I have a human on board, then it might actually be like a finisher. So the kind of nice thing is, if I sack a human and it's not the Disciple, if I don't have any other humans, I can just sack it to the Disciple and at least gain 9 life and not worry about taking 9 damage. So that's okay, and I can actually fling it with the Cultist too. So that's kind of a nice thing, I guess. This deck looks alright. Once again, we have good removal. We have very good removal. Our creature base is pretty lackluster, though. We don't even get going until like turn 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and all that. So I think we have to play 17 lands because we need to be consistently landing. We need to be playing lands every turn. I think Flail's actually fine in this deck because we have guys with really high power, and on an Outlaw it's just insane. And if this guy is ever flying and we have it out, 18 damage, it's nothing to scoff at. Even Mana Gargoyle, there's plenty of good cards where Inquisitor's Flail's good. Even Diregraph Ghoul, like turn 1 that, turn 2 Flail, turn 3 swing for 4. It's pretty good. This deck looks alright, once again. Pretty unimpressed with the creatures, but I mean, I guess we did get a Gargoyle, and we got a Ravenous Demon and a Nearheat Stalker. Couple Pariahs. Those are our real like finishers, I guess, so not super impressive. I mean, I'm playing a Bloodcrazed Neonate, if that tells you anything about my creature base. Not very good. I decided to opt out of the Desperate Ravings and not do the little splash with the filter land or whatever. I thought it was probably a little too cute. I don't think I can make it work. Like, I would like to make the Makeshift Mauler work because I think he's very strong, and I would like to make the Desperate Ravings work because it's an okay like filter effect. If you have a bad hand and you don't mind discarding whatever you got to get some more cards, then it can be okay. But I guess I'm just not feeling it. I'd rather just have the consistency of this just based on how good our removal is. We didn't get a single Brimstone Volley though, or a Geist Flame, so I guess most of our removal is just from pack 1, and then Innistrad just really didn't help us as much as I was hoping it would. Alright, well, let's give this a go. I'll see you round 1.